Good morning, David.
Good morning.
Today, taken from the lemon trees of California and the tea leaves
It
of...
says Arizona.
I was getting to the tea leaves. Okay, so today we have half and half iced tea and lemonade. Arnold Palmer. If you've never had an Arnold Palmer, maybe it's a St. Louis thing.
Me.
That's really good. Wait, you live in St. Louis. Never mind.
I've never had one. No.
Shake it up.
Are
Get that
Are
lemonade.
you supposed to do that?
Yeah, it's not carbonated.
Okay.
But if you want to know a trick, someone told me when you tap the top, the bubbles that are already in there, if there are bubbles, because sometimes this does get a little, it's not carbonated, but if you tap the top, the bubbles will come rise to the top, and when you open it, only air will come out instead of air in the drink, if that makes sense. You're a fitness major, so.
Makes total sense. Yeah.
Are you ready?
I guess so.
Please work. Never mind. Maybe it's only soda.
There you go.
Okay.
Wasn't that bad?
Have you ever had tea?
I had black tea once.
Have you ever had lemonade?
Yeah.
You're gonna love this. Something in my mug.
Did you wash them first?
I rinsed them. Except that one. I cleaned that one last night.
Mine's
Hand.
not big enough.
Hand poured it. Clink it.
Careful, mine's big.
You didn't have to fill it up all the way. Super sweet, but really
Mine's
refreshing.
Doesn't taste as sweet. Like pure lemonade's a lot sweeter.
Yeah, it's sweet. It's sweet to me because there's another drink that I drink along with this drink that numbs the senses.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So Connor, I'd like to talk to you about something.
what?
Paranoia.
Oh,
All right, so over the last week, we have been playing a game called Humans versus Zombies. And so, for those of you who don't know, it's a game played on college campuses across the country. And for a whole week, you have humans trying to protect themselves from zombie players. So everyone will get a bandana. If you're human, you'll wrap it around your arm. And if you're a zombie, you'll put it around your head. And whenever you're outside, just walking to and from classes or just doing anything, a zombie can run up and tag you. And then you become a zombie. And so the goal of the game is to have as many humans left at the end. Yeah. So humans are allowed to defend themselves using Nerf blasters or these, which are socks rolled up, and I use painter's tape because I couldn't find any duct tape. But if you throw them at them, they're stunned for like 15 minutes or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah. Along with that, the moderators, people in charge, set up a mission every day usually. Just to get humans and zombies outside. And during the missions, you're not allowed to go inside or you abandon the mission.
Only during missions.
Only during missions.
You can go inside during other times.
Yeah. And so, what I'd like to talk about is how this one game kind of changed my whole week. Everything. It influenced everything, every decision I made throughout the entire week. And was honestly a very nice break from just like normal academics. Because I feel like at this point of the year, you can just kind of start to think that like we've been in school for how long? Like 10 weeks?
Since August 15th. So it's probably like, let's say 3 months. 3 weeks
3
and a
months.
month.
So yeah, so like 12 weeks.
3 months. Yeah.
So we've kind of been just like doing the same thing, going through our schedules again and again. For weeks on end. And at this point, I feel like people can start to just like kind of lose sight of the purpose. So like a lot of people kind of have an idea like, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to get my degree, I'm going to then get a job, raise a family, make money and like buy whatever I want. I feel like that's most people's plan coming into college.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can lose sight of like, well, what am I doing each and every day of those 4 years? Am I just going to classes? Am I just looking ahead? Because if you just look ahead, you never have time to enjoy the present.
Yeah.
And what this game did for me is the first day I was so super paranoid. Instead of going directly to my classes that would take like 2 or 3 minutes maybe to walk to, I was going through buildings I've never been in before, trying to find the most appropriate exits that were just right across the street from each other. And my normal commute, which took like 3 minutes, ended up becoming like 10 sometimes. Sometimes I had to like go to class super early just to make sure that I could get there in time.
Yeah.
And it just kind of like changed your whole day, because you have this one thing, this idea that there might be someone watching over your back, that you carry a sock bomb with you instead of your extra school books. You take the most obscure and, on a normal day, pointless commutes to get to your classes. But at the same time, you're like enjoying the process.
Yeah. Enjoying the process. Love that.
So what this kind of got me thinking is, and this is like an idea I've had for a while, it's kind of this idea of like, the scripture tells us to live every day to the fullest.
Right.
To have life and live it to the fullest. And I feel like a lot of people aren't living their life to the fullest. And what I've always thought is that people need some sort of like goal, or some sort of like, not a hobby, because I think a hobby is different, but you need something in your life that kind of the rest of your world revolves around. And we'll talk about religion in a minute, but there's kind of this like idea about like this one thing. If you just go through the motions of life, your job, your family, like just things you have to get done, it just becomes so mundane and so boring, and you can just lose sight of what's important. If you have like one thing, and this doesn't have to be like a big thing like religion, but just something that lets you take your mind off your work. So something that is more than just taking your mind off of work. Something that the rest of your world kind of revolves around. Something that influences different aspects of your lives. Then you have meaning to your life, and something that you can like measure, you can track, you can build upon. So something that's like this for me in my life is working out. Now the main reason I work out is because my spine and back is a mess, and I need to keep it strong or else I'm in pain. But it's become something more than something I just have to do. It became something I wanted to do, which is a hobby. But then it became something that's influenced parts of my lives that I never thought it would. So about 3 years ago, I started to take my training very serious, trying to figure out what are the best things to do, what are the exercises to avoid if I want to do this for the rest of my life. Then I started looking into, well, how can I change my diet to just recover better? And then like, how much sleep should I get? Are there supplements I should take? Are there supplements I can avoid? And then it started becoming something I thought about like almost every day, like, can I eat that? Should I eat that? And like, I still eat like, I had ice cream last night. I don't follow like my diet to a T. But this simple thing of exercising to help heal my back has become something that has influenced multiple aspects of my life. And every day, like throughout this year, I've always thought, when am I going to get my workout in? How am I going to try to eat the best I can today? And when am I going to go to bed? Those are like aspects of my life that you wouldn't really think that would be influenced by just saying, I'm going to go work out today. And I feel like, maybe to a lesser extent, people need something more like that in their life. I don't know, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, that was a lot of information. I can't really say anything about any particular thing because I don't want to go over, but one of the things that
We got a lot of time.
one of the things that we were talking about while we were walking to Moho somewhere, Newman, I guess, was that same thing is just changing up your day, your schedule, and having that to kind of, because I feel like sometimes when we go to classes, we're stuck in this mindset. We got to go here, and we're thinking about what we're gonna do when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
But in the same way, we need to be focused on what ways and how are we doing that, like in the moment,
Yeah.
like you're saying. And one of the things that really helped me with that is, so when I was in high school, I started this. It was like junior or sophomore or senior year. Just the fact that I think I was just like one day I looked up and I saw the exit sign. And so one of the things I like to do is just like deep think about like just the stupidest things. Just like think about something and then just keep thinking about it until it like loses its like meaning, and then I can finally like.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's not a good idea. Some other times it's a great idea. But when I was looking at this exit sign, I was just looking at it and I was thinking about the word exit and what it means. It's basically pointing to where you can go to get out.
Mm-hmm.
And so in that way, I would just that made me think, what are the ways in my life that I'm taking those exits to get out, but in a different way, what are those exits that are too easy?
Yeah.
What are those exits that could be my sins? Those exits
Like
are probably
excuses,
something I shouldn't be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Those sins aren't the ones that I should be doing to get out of the situation. I should be taking the harder way out. Because so now switching gears to religion, being Catholic doesn't mean you're taking the easy way out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It
No.
means you're fighting to get out. You're fighting to just be better all the time.
Yeah, and that kind of goes along with what I was saying about not a hobby, something that changes every aspect of your life, which we get to religion, which I think is the ultimate, example of, I don't know what to call this, but this ultimate example of like something that your life revolves around that influences different parts of your life. Because what it really truly means when you're living as a Catholic is not you just go to Mass on Sunday and you pray in your own home, in your own room. It influences every action of your life. Like, I'm going to treat everyone with the dignity they deserve because they're a child of God. Whenever I talk to someone, I'm not going to be a jock. Even the people I don't agree with. I'm going to have a nice conversation with this person, and when they leave, I want them to leave thinking, wow, he's Catholic? Like, try to, like, break through this idea of, like, what a Catholic's supposed to be, that we hate everybody that doesn't agree with us. And just kind of be the best person that you can be. But doing it, be Christ to others. And that's kind of what this idea is getting to. What, like I said, the ultimate, this ultimate idea of, like, just going around your day. And like what you're saying, you look at the exit sign and you think, can't take these away. I have to be the best I can today. Or you just, like, look at every single action, like, is that going to help me grow in virtue or not? And it's this idea, this thing that a lot of people think, like, I'm Catholic, I'm going to keep it in its box over here, and then do all my other stuff. And that's something that you can't do as a Catholic.
Yeah.
Your faith needs to be the center of your life, and it needs to be something that influences every action you make each and every day.
That's really good. That's just, that's, I can't say anything better than that. That's just like, that's it. Like, yeah, well, it's like what you said. Just your faith is your sign of your life. Yeah. Wow. That was good. That was really good.
So we end it there?
I mean, do you guys?
We still got
we have
2 whole minutes.
2 minutes. I mean, what else? What can we say? Okay, so next week, I think we're gonna start taking this off topic since we just next week we might bring a different drink, but
Maybe we're running out.
This is really good. This is really good stuff. We might have to get different drinks every week. It might be a little bit of a.
That's gonna be.
That's a lot of work, but
yeah.
We can switch it up a few times. We can recycle some drinks. Keep drinking. We'll switch it every other day.
Start combining them.
I don't know. If there are some people watching this that actually want to comment on this video, if you actually want to suggest us to get a drink that's non-alcoholic because we are only 19,
we might do it.
We might get a drink that you suggest. We might. That's if we have money.
Or if people have something they want to that is more expensive, they could send it to us.
If you want to send it to us,
that might be a possibility.
Should we put up our address?
That might.
I mean, it's the Truman's address.
Yeah. We'll think about this.
We might put the address in the description below. We might.
Maybe.
So if you want us to send us a drink, go for it. No one's stopping you. Is that? I guess we're gonna end it
Guess that's
there.
it.
We're gonna end it there. Have a great day. Have a good Sunday. Go to church.